Good morning, students. Students, this lesson is of class 10th for the subject of mathematics, which is being submitted to you on 21st December 2020. Now, students, in this week, we will be doing a revision test to check the knowledge acquired by you, in which we cover chapter 10 coordinate geometry, and which come under revision number 5. So let us revise the chapter, and then all of you are required to do a revision test. Now let us revise reflection. Now students, you all know that whenever we have to reflect any coordinate along x-axis, x-axis means where y is 0. So the value is p dash x comma minus y. This means whenever you reflect any coordinate along x-axis, the sign of y will get changed. Clear? And when you reflect any coordinate along y-axis, that is x equal to 0. So y will remain same, the sign of x will get changed. I hope it is clear to you. Similarly, if you reflect any coordinate along origin, origin is 0, 0, then both the coordinate sign will get changed. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let us consider an example. Let a point P is 3 and minus 4. So, when you reflect this point 3 minus 4 in x-axis, then it will become P dash 3 and 4. Clear? Similarly, if we reflect the same point in y-axis, then what will happen? It will become P dash minus 3 and minus 4. And if we reflect the same point in origin, origin is 0, 0, then both the sign will get changed. 3 will become minus 3 and minus 4 will become 4. I hope it is clear to you. Now the next is, if we reflect any coordinate under a line, suppose if it is y is equal to b, then it will become minus y plus 2b, and where x will remain same as it is. Clear? Similarly, pxy, if you reflect under x equal to a, it will become minus x plus 2a, and y will remain same. See now, if you want to take a coordinate 3 minus 4, and now let us reflect this under x equal to 5. So let us see what will happen. Now as per the formula is minus x plus 2a y. This is the formula. Clear? Now let's see what is x here. X is not 5 here. X is 3. So it is minus 3. 2a. Now what is a? Here a is 5. So 2 into 5. Now y will come as it is. What is y here? Minus 4. So the answer is, now this is 5 2s are 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. So 7 and minus 4. I hope it is clear to you. Similarly, we'll do when it is y is equal to 5 or any other number. Students, you must be knowing that x coordinate is called abscissa and y coordinate is called ordinate, and x and y taken together are called coordinates. A point is called invariant point with respect to a given line if and only if it lies on the line. Now students, let us discuss few examples based on reflection. Example 1 is the point P -3 -2 on reflection in x-axis is mapped on P dash. Then P dash on reflection in the origin is mapped as P double dash. Find the coordinates of P dash and P double dash. Write down a single transformation that maps P onto P double dash. So it is very easy. See, the coordinate is P -3 and -2. When you reflect this under x-axis, it will become -3 and 2. The sign of y will get changed. Clear? Similarly, when you reflect this point -3 and 2 in origin, then both the sign will get changed. So it is 3 and -2. Clear? Now let us talk about single transformation. Now see, the coordinates of P are -3 and -2, and the coordinates of P double dash is 3 and -2. So what is the change in the sign here? The change in the sign here is in x-axis. Clear? So when the sign of x-axis change, that means the reflection is under y-axis. So the single transformation, the reflection of the point P is y-axis, that maps into P double dash 3 -2. I hope it is clear. This means when you are reflecting directly P into P double dash, then you have to reflect under y-axis. Now let us discuss example number 2. A point P is reflected to P dash in the x-axis. The coordinates of its image are 2 and -3. That means this is P dash is given to us and we need to find P. Clear? So the first part is find the coordinates of P. Second is the coordinates of the image P double dash of P under reflection in the y-axis. And the next point is the coordinates of the image Q dash of the point Q, that is 1, 2 in the line PP dash. So let us find the coordinate of P first. See, P dash is 2 and -3. Clear? So its image will be P 2 and 3. Now children, why 2 and 3? Because it is being reflected under x-axis. When you reflect P 2, 3 under x-axis, it will become 2 and -3. Clear? Now the second part is the coordinates of image P double dash of P. Now we have to reflect P that is 2 and 3 under y-axis. So when you reflect P under y-axis, then what will happen? It will become -2 and 3. Clear? Now the most important part is part 3, that is you have to reflect Q 1, 2 under the line PP dash. Now see in the diagram, what is PP dash? P is 2, 3 and PP dash is 2, -3. When you join this, you can see the line is passing through 2. So the equation is x is equal to 2. So you have to reflect
q 1 2 under x is equal to 2. Now here students, we are going to use the formula. What was the formula? That is minus x plus 2a and y as it is. Clear? So here x is 1. So it will become minus 1. 2a. 2 into a. Now here a is also 2. And y as it is. So the answer is 3, 2. That means q dash is 3 and 2. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now children, let us discuss about section formula. Let p x1 y1 and q x2 y2 be the two given points and r be the point on which divide pq in the ratio m ratio n, and let the coordinates of r are x and y. So in this case, how to find the coordinates of r now? That is, x will be equal to, now you can see, n into x1 plus m into x2 upon sum of ratio, that is n plus m. Similarly, for y coordinates, n into y1 plus m into y2 upon sum of ratio. So this is called section formula. Clear? Now let us see what happens when the ratios are same. That is, when r is the midpoint of PQ. That formula, students, we call it as midpoint formula, where the ratio is 1:1. Clear? So in this case, it will become 1 into x1 plus 1 into y2 upon 1 plus 1, that is 2. Similarly, 1 into y1 plus 1 into y2 upon 1 plus 1, that is sum of ratio. So this is how you'll find the midpoint. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now let us discuss about the centroid of a triangle. The point where the medians of a triangle meet is called the centroid of the triangle. Clear? Where all the three medians meet, then this point G is called the centroid of a triangle. Now G, the centroid, divide the median in 1:2. It always divide in 1:2. So the coordinates of G are x1 plus x2 plus x3 upon 3. Then y1 plus y2 plus y3 upon 3. Clear? And students, remember, the centroid divides the median in the ratio 2:1. I hope it is clear to everyone now. Now let us discuss few examples based on section formula. So example number 3 is, in what ratio does the x-axis divide the line segment joining the points -4, -6 and -1, 7. Also find the coordinates of the point of division. Now students, you can see that there are 2 points A and B, where A is -4, -6 and B is -1 and 7. And P is the point of intersection, where the other line is line of x-axis. Clear? So let us assume that the ratio is k:1. That is, AP ratio PB is k:1. Then the point P is, now this is what? This is k into -1 plus 1 into -4 upon sum of ratio, that is k plus 1. Then k into 7 plus 1 into -6 upon sum of ratio, that is k plus 1. Clear? Now students, since p lies on x-axis, therefore y coordinates of p is 0. Clear? Now the y coordinate is 7k minus 6 upon k plus 1. So that is equal to 0. Now by comparing it with 0, the value of k is 6 upon 7. So that means the required ratio is 6 upon 7 ratio 1. That is 6 ratio 7. Clear? Now let us find the coordinates of p. How to find? Let's substitute the value in any one coordinate here. Fine. We know that the y coordinate is already 0. So let us put the value in x coordinate. So here k is 6 upon 7 minus 4. So it will become minus 6 upon 7 minus 4 upon 6 upon 7 plus 1, and y is 0. So the answer is minus 34 upon 13. That is 0. I hope it is clear to you. Now student, note one very important point here, that is, if we get different values of k from the two equations, it means that point P does not lie on AB. So this means whenever you compare the coordinates in both the cases, the value of k should be same. Clear? Now next, example number 4 is the line segment joining the points A 21 and B 5 minus 8 is trisected at the points P and Q such that P is nearer to A. If P lies on the line 2x minus y plus k equal to 0, find the value of k. Now let us understand the question first. It is A and B are the two coordinates given. Fine. And P and Q are the 2 points lying on AB in which is trisected. P and Q are trisecting AB. That means dividing into 3 equal parts. So here P is dividing AB in 1:2. Clear? Now let us find the coordinates of P first. So how will we find now? We know the ratio, we know the coordinates also. So 2 into 2 plus 1 into 5 upon sum of ratio. Then 2 into 1 plus 1 into minus 8 upon sum of ratio. So the coordinates are 3 and minus 2. Clear? Now this coordinate 3 and minus 2 is lying on the equation 2x minus y plus k. So let us substitute the values here. So what we get here, it is 2 into 3 minus 2 minus minus will become plus k equal to 0. So the value of k is minus 8. I hope it is clear to you. I repeat what we have done. We have just calculated the value of P here. After that, put the value of P, that is x and y, in the given equation. And the value of k is minus 8. Now the next example is the midpoint of the line segment joining 2A 4 and minus 2 2B is 1 2A plus 1. Find the values of A and B. Students, it is very simple. See, the midpoint is given and the two coordinates are given where there are two unknown values. So let us apply the midpoint formula, that is x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Now here x1 is 2a and y1 is 4. x2 is minus 2 and y2 is 2b. Now the midpoint is already given, that is a minus 1, 2 plus b. So we have to compare the two values. So let us compare now. Now this will become what? This will become a minus 1 if you take 2 common here. Okay? So a minus 1 is equal to 1. And in the second equation, we have 4 plus 2b upon 2, that is equal to 2a plus 1. Now students, you can take 2 common here. Then it will become what? It will become 2 plus b equal to 2a plus 1. But for this, first of all, let us calculate the value from equation A. Now see, equation A is a minus 1 equal to 1. So a is equal to 2. So let's put the value of a equal to 2 in this equation. So this will become what? 2 plus b equal to, now 2 2s are 4 plus 1. So the value of b is 5 minus 3. Sorry, 5 minus 2. That is equal to 3. Clear? So therefore, a is 2 and b is 3. So this is the answer. I hope it is clear to everyone now. So this is how we can apply midpoint formula. Now students, the last topic of this chapter is equation of a straight line. The first equation is y is equal to mx plus c. This is called slope-intercept form, where m is the slope of the line and c is the intercept made by the line. Clear? Now the second is the equation of the line passing through the point x1, y1 and having slope m. So here the equation is y minus y1 equal to m x minus x1. Students, we have already discussed these equations in detail in the assignment. We are just revising the equations. These are the formulas that we are going to apply in questions. Clear? And the third form is, that is called 2-point form, y minus y1, or you can directly learn this as y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 is equal to y minus y1 upon x minus x1. Clear? Where what is m? M is basically y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So instead of this, if you write m, you can move to the first point, 1-point form formula. Clear? So students, in 1-point form formula, we always use only one coordinate. But in 2-point form formula, we will use 2 coordinates. I hope it is clear to you now. Now let's revise one more thing. Any line parallel to x-axis is called a horizontal line. The slope of a horizontal line is 0. Second is, any line parallel to y-axis is called a vertical line. The slope of a vertical line is not defined. Clear? That is infinity. Any line which is neither parallel to x-axis nor parallel to y-axis is called an oblique line. Clear? Now see, example number 6 is, find the equation of a line with x-intercept equal to 5 and passing through the point 4 minus 7. So x-intercept 5 means this is the value of c here. So c is given to us and one coordinate is also given. So let us see how to solve. Since x-intercept is 5, the line passing through the point 5 and 0. Clear? Here y is 0 and the other coordinate is already given, that is 4 and minus 7. Now students, you know that slope is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So here let the coordinates are 4 is x1 minus 7 is y1. 5 is x2 and 0 is y2. So it is 0 minus 7 and it is already negative. So it will become 0 plus 7 and then 5 minus 4 in the denominator. So this will give us 7. So 7 is the slope. Now let us apply 1-point form formula. That is m is equal to y minus y1 upon x minus x1. Now see, slope is 7 and we are using the coordinate 5, 0. Now students, since you know there are two coordinates, you can use either one here to find the equation. Or we can apply the 2-point form formula directly also here. Clear? So after solving this, the equation is 7x minus y equal to 35. Or you can say 7x minus y minus 35 equal to 0, which is the required equation. I hope it is clear to you. Now let us move to next example. See, example number 7 is, now a straight line passes through the points P minus 1 and 4 and Q 5 and minus 2. It intersects the coordinates axis at point A and B. M is the midpoint of the segment AB. Find the equation of the line, the coordinates of A and B and the coordinates of M. Now students, we can see there are 2 points given, P and Q, where P is minus 1 and 4 and Q is 5 and minus 2. So let us find the slope of PQ first. Now we know that how to find slope. That is y2 minus y1 minus 2 minus 4 upon x2 minus x1. That is 5. Now it will become plus 5 plus 1. Now this is how we can find the value of m. So what will m become here? M is, now minus 4 and minus 2 is minus 6 upon 6. So it will become minus 1. So this is how we'll find slope. Now let us find the equation of this line. Now you can see on this line there are 5 points. P, B, M, A, Q. Out of these 5 points, only the coordinates of P and Q are known to us. So let us take any one coordinate and find the equation of PQ. Let us take the coordinates of P as minus 1 and 4 and consider slope as minus 1. So the equation will be y minus 4 upon x minus minus 1 equal to minus 1. So the equation will become what now? That is, now cross multiply this. This is y minus 4 is equal to, now this is x plus 1. So minus x and it will become minus 1. So it will become x plus y minus 3 equal to 0. So this is the required equation now. Now students, you can see that point A is lying on x-axis. Since point A is lying on x-axis, So here y is 0. So let us put y equal to 0 in the given equation. What will you get? You will get x equal to 3. So therefore, the coordinates of A are 3 and 0. Clear? Similarly, the point B is lying on y-axis. That means here x is 0. So let us put x equal to 0 in the same equation. We will get y equal to 3. So therefore, the coordinates of B are 0 and 3. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now, let us find the coordinates of M here. Since M is the midpoint of AB, therefore, the coordinates of M are x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. That is 3 plus 0 by 2 and 0 plus 3 by 2. So what is the answer? That is 3 by 2 and 3 by 2. So these are the coordinates of M. I hope it is clear to everyone now. So students, I hope you have understood all the important points in this chapter. So after revising the chapter, prepare the chapter thoroughly and attempt the given revision test. So we have revision test 5 based on chapter 10. Clear? This revision test is based on chapter 10. And there are 14 questions in total. So please go through all the questions carefully and try to solve them in a specified time. Thank you everyone.